My tag is AverageAlex, and I am a competitive Omega Strikers player. It's so awesome. I play midfield. That's less awesome. Midfielders go to heaven. We die early. We die young. It's rough. I'm a competitive esports player, and I like competitive esports. So that's what got me into Omega Strikers. My man John Fortnite was over here like, you got to check this out. You got to check out this Omega Strikers game. So then I got addicted, and 2,000 hours of my life are gone. So thanks for that. I'm kind of trying to quit cold turkey, but people kind of got in the way there.
Hello, I am Celiscy from People Supernova, and I ended up getting into competitive Omega Strikers via OSAS, the amateur series, also run by weston slot. I ended up playing in the first 3 seasons of OSAS, and during that time, I ended up getting recruited onto a NAS team, mainly due to a big spike in skill level I ended up getting via a lot of coaching and some better hardware. And I've kind of been NASA ever since, kind of coasting my way through, hoping to potentially break into the NASL scene one of these days.
How's it going? I am Dokeshii. I am the main midfielder and the captain of Overzealous. And what really got me into the game was, first I started playing when the game first launched. And I started playing with like IRL friends and stuff, and I ended up entering OSAS Season 2 when I first hit Diamond, and it was kind of just a line from there of just meeting people and playing in tournaments and going from group to group, trying to learn as much as I can, and second season starting. That's it. That's pretty much it. That's the line.
Hello, I'm DrBibop from Bond and Ballers. The start of our journey in competitive Omega Strikers, me and Bam would queue together all the time. We got all the way to Diamond, even keeping the exact same LP. And we heard about OSAS in main court from maybe Eater or Breakbat, something like that. And that's how we first joined weston slot, and we found a team with Lufox, and the rest is history.
I'm Julac. I just like getting better at things, so I naturally just started competing against other people and comparing myself, and that was kind of why, or how rather, I started just naturally gravitating towards the competitive scene.
I'm Mie, with a little smiley face against my name, and what got me into competitive Omega Strikers was back when I used to do Smash competitively, like a little bit, and I would scroll on Start GG on the Omega Strikers like page, and I would go through the tournaments, and this was back when like Big Fish Fridays happened, and like I think Team Player Tuesdays and like the Arcadian tournaments, and that's kind of like what got me into competitive, because I don't know, I just wanted to see what tournaments were there, like for the game at the time.
I am Fox, the IME player, #1 IME affinity, and what got me into competitive Omega Strikers was OSAS. I had ran norms for like the past 2 years before entering like my first OSAS, and some people that I knew were going to be in there, and so I was like, alright, I'll give it a shot. Made some friends. Then ISS was starting soon, so running off the high of winning OSAS, I was like, sure, why not give it a shot? Then Jack Limestone reached out to me for like some scrims, and I was having a lot of fun, and it was going to be for Launchpad. That's how I got into Launchpad, and we've just been making our way through the ranks from there.
Hi, I'm Weston of Dog Slayers 3, and what got me into competitive Omega Strikers was CCL to start, and for a really long time that was all that I played in, that was all that I consumed. I didn't really know about NASL, about anyone else until like midway through 2024, and so for a long time I just played in CCL. I just watched CCL, and that was what got me into the game. But as soon as I started playing in other competitive stuff, I started watching as much as I could. I've watched like every single NASL game since I first got into it, and eventually started competing myself, and now I'm excited that I am in landing for the first time.
Hello, I am Zach Smack, and I got in the competitive Omega Strikers because there are few things more satisfying than the feeling of a team starting to click and feeling like an actual team and not just a group of individuals.
I'm Zay Forever, and when I found Omega Strikers, it was when the World Cup was going on and Blue Lock Season 1 was going on. And I was playing this game that's kind of like soccer, so I was like, oh, this is lit. I'm about to score all the goals. I'm about to be the best. And that's when I started playing, and that's when I fell in love with the game.
Hello, everyone, and happy landing. It is I, Samuel, Zorro, The Fool, Zaczynski, Kai, Omega Strikers, Gateway T, and other names, repping Polar Cortex today. What got me into competitive Omega Strikers? It was actually the collegiate scene. I was enlisted by my friend Trademark and Coin. You might know Coin, notable oncoming traffic player. But yeah, they were the two players who enlisted me, got me to the game, and then got me competing. I hope, I kind of fear to face the Rat Pack. I don't think it will happen. I don't, theoretically it's possible, but I don't think it will happen. But that is kind of the team to beat at the moment, and so I have a lot of hope and a lot of excitement to fight that team. I'm a big fan of Tempo Melon. We've been doing a lot of things together recently, and so I want to see how I match up against them. Yeah.
And today at Landing, I want to play against the best teams and the best players. And I think PPL and Rat Pack seem to be the best right now. Luckily, they're on HMG's side of the bracket. It's about to be fun.
Now, as far as teams that I am very excited about, Overzealous has exceeded expectations, and I was a huge doubter for a while. We was gassing him up in my ear non-stop, and I just wasn't believing it, but now, seeing them make it all the way to Landing, I'm excited. Cragley, Suplex, Lexar, they've all done phenomenal, and I can't wait to see them on the Core Strike field. Now, another team that everyone loves, Polar. Who doesn't love Polar Cortex? And another reason I can't wait to see them is because that means we already won our first series, and we're facing them. All we got to do is beat them, knock them back to NASA, and boom, we're in NASL again.
As far as who I'm hoping to play in Landing, really I hope things are as easy as possible, of course, but I'll say Polar Cortex because I was a sub for them last year, and Nikki was as well. Both of us, our only NASA game ever was playing for Polar Cortex, and we've scrimmed them a lot too, and so I think it would be really fun if it ended up that we played them, but of course I hope that both of us make it. They're a team that I'm definitely rooting for, but if it would be anyone, it would be them because we played with them, good friends with them, so I think that would be a lot of fun for us.
I'm really hoping to face against Overzealous in the bracket because they were, well, they as in Lexar and Suplex were both in my ISS team, and now they have Cragley as a midfielder, and I want to prove that I was a key part of the team, so winning that game is really important, and I want to face them and show that I was really worth something.
I'm hoping to face Slime Mold Colony because Scyther's on that team, and I like Scyther. I think Scyther is an awesome person, and I think that's why I want to face that team just to clean bracket. We've screamed against them too. But yeah, I think it'd be that team.
I'm actually kind of glad that we got this new system, which is just, I mean, it's basically just a bit default seating system for once. I never actually bothered to learn the old one, so it helps me out a lot to prepare and understand. I was kind of hoping to see today, some of the, well, obviously some of the weaker teams, like Overzealous or MF Doom, but still gotta beat everyone if I want to get in. So if I have to face, if there's any of the strongest teams that are present that I have to face, I'd rather face Polar Cortex or Weasel Bees than Rat Pack or PPL.
One team that we would like to face would be MF Doom, because we have a lot of history against Social Fox and Norms, and playing in an actual tourney would be the perfect opportunity to settle the score. We also have a lot of games against Polar Cortex in previous season. In any kind of tourney, we face each other a lot, so we would like to face each other once again.
There are a couple teams that I would like to face. I mean, We's Little Bees, I've been scrimming them. Polar Cortex, always been a fan of those guys. But I really want my run back against Heavy Metal Gundam, because in Liftoff, we lost them. It was a little sad. We made a couple of character selection blunders, I'd say, and we want to run that one back. That's it. That's what we want to do.
Yeah, so obviously there is a pretty big variety of teams this landing, and the format is different from before, right? You know, you have your 4 teams that kind of get their passes for, you know, they get their own buys and stuff. So obviously, you know, we're originally starting facing a Liftoff team here in Overzealous, but I am really excited to see if we can make like this 2-0 run and then hopefully play Polar, because, you know, Polar obviously won NASA last season, is a very strong team. Ended up kind of dismantling my old team in NASA Week 9, and I would love, you know, to get my get back with Darwin Moonbeam this time to kind of potentially show the growth that my team has had and to show that we are really a team that people should be worried about facing.
I think the bracket format's interesting. I'm ready to play the worthiest opponent. Let's go with that. Qualifying for NASL would not mean all that much to me, as I don't want to play in it. But I do love gatekeeping, so it's gonna be a qualifier for that. Ooh.
Yeah, obviously making NASL would be a very big deal, I think, for my team and really especially for me. I have ended the last 4 seasons in NASA. I've barely missed qualifications twice in a row now for NASL, and you know, I don't want to be in NASA a 5th time, and that is really what it comes down to, right? And I think this team has the abilities to do it. Obviously, Moonbeam is pretty unknown player tournament-wise, very known in the solo queue scene, but new to tournaments. And Daru, who was in NAS last season, kind of making his big breakout season. He's been incredible this season. We are undefeated with him so far in tournament, and this team has the talent to make NASL, and we're all very capable of doing it. So it would mean a lot if this team can get it done.
I mean, if we were able to qualify for NASA, that would be pretty insane. I don't know if we're there yet. We're definitely excited to play in NASA. So whatever happens today, you know, we're definitely happy. We're gonna go into it, maybe try and gatekeep a couple teams, just have a lot of fun. You know, we've already made it to where we want to be, so I think we're pretty happy with whatever happens.
Getting into NASL will mean a lot to us. As some of you guys know, Bond and Ballers, we've gone through every single step of the process. We've won OSAS, we went through Nasty, NASA, and now there's only NASL left to complete the pipeline, which would be the dream.
If I make NASL this season, it just proves to me that I'm not just some stupid chud. But like, I am either way, so it's pretty chill, no matter what. I mean, I'd bug my ass off.
I don't think we're gonna qualify for NASL, and that's primarily because of me. Like, that'd be my fault. Cause like I'm a literal lobster, but yeah, it'd be crazy. And team's kind of hoping for like NASA, like they want NASA, cause they already been to NASL. So, yeah. But if I did make NASL, that'd be kind of crazy. Like, wow, I'm such a lobster, and like I made it. Like I have a lobster to show how much of like a lobster I am. Thank you.
Qualifying to NASL would be... It'd be important to me because I've been like running a lot of norms games in my like OS career. I don't typically play comp. So I think I want to prove that I'm still a good player, even though I never really had that like training of running comp games. it also would prove my standing as a midfielder. I consider myself a really good midfielder, and it would be nice to be able to call myself a NASL level midfielder. Like, back up some of my claims, make statements that I say about like game balances have like any weight to them.
Going into this cycle, me and Nikki, of course, have played together for a while, and both of us had never been above Nasty, at least as starters. We had been a little bit hard stuck for a while, so the fact that we're in landing means already we're going to be moving up no matter what. Twisty, of course, has a ton of experience here and has played in NASL too, so the fact that we, maybe have a real chance of making NASL is awesome, and it would mean so much considering I don't think I've been in the scene for as long as most people. And having a real chance to move up with this team, which has been so awesome to play with, would be great. But we're really happy, of course, no matter what, because for me and Nikki at least, it's reaching new heights, and it's been a lot of fun playing with Twisty. But we're really excited for having a real chance to make NASL here.
Now, as far as what would qualifying for NASL mean to me, it's kind of a tough question. It's one I've thought about a little bit. And honestly, the biggest thing is it would finally silence the voice in my head that tells me, despite playing in NASL on 2 different roles, I never actually belonged here yet. This will prove that that voice is wrong.
And yeah, as far as Omega Strikers goes, making NASL is everything. The league system's the most fun part of the game by far. The NAS leagues are the best part. That's where everyone's sticking around. And competing at the highest level is the most fun. And I've been in NASA since the first NASA season. I won the first NASA season, and I've been in NASA every single time after that. Been hard stuck NASA. So finally making NASL would be pretty awesome. And
what would qualifying for NASL this season mean to me? Well, considering as I've been trying to get into NASL for 7 seasons now through multiple liftoffs and landings with my own teams and now Polar Cortex, it would mean a fair bit to me. It would mean a fair bit. No, this is the last league that there is for me to claim. I really want in, really badly. This is kind of everything I've been working towards has been leading to this moment, and so I really hope I can pull through. Okay, 4 spots for NASL. 4 spots. Aside from Polar Cortex, which obviously will make it in. 100%, 100%. I think PPL, I think Rats, and last but not least, Heavy Metal Gundam. Very confident that those teams can make it in. Yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for you, Tempo. I really hope you make it far. Let's make it to NASL together, and let's ride or die. I'm very excited for this season.
I want to see PPL and Rat Pack make NASL with us, HMG, and I'm rooting for the Rat Pack, but they're gonna have to get through Milkman and Josh to make it.
Alright, so, well, my current predictions for, like, teams that will make NASL. PPL and Ratpack are, like, the only 2 that, like, I have there as 100%. I'm kind of hoping that, like, Dog Slayers or Supernova pop off, but, like, if they go against us, it's kind of just cooked for them. Like, they're just not winning. So they need to get pretty lucky in order to just to win, but otherwise, like, yeah. I'll stay I've been a Nikki fan since, like, a couple seasons ago. I can't remember numbers because I'm very smart. Yep. And just, I'm always cheering for her. And whatever team she's on. Also Twisty, shout out Twisty. I mean, Weston's there, but, like, that guy's kind of a fucking noob. And yeah, no, go Supernova. Just get rid of that Peoples in front because it's kind of ugly. Like, fucking please. Moonbeam, I know this is your fault. Please get rid of it. Why did you do this? Anyways, go Daru, go Jay. I mean, Celiscy, shit, my bad. All good, close enough. And, good luck, have fun. Noobs.
Dear AverageAlex, we're rooting for you. One of you was our student, one of you was our sub. But at the end of the day, we're gonna have to send you to NASA. And that reason is we've beaten you in OSAS 4, and we are going to beat you again.
The two teams I would like to see in NASL, I mean, I know this isn't a hot take at all, but I love the Rat Pack, Carmine Uniclear, one of my OGs. I love them to death. Same thing, Wee's Little Bees. I would love to see you guys in NASL again. Zach Smack, Wee, all those guys, amazing. But Weeb, if we find you in the bracket, let's just say, you know, we're bringing the heat, we're bringing the hands, okay? So don't underestimate us. You got it?
Yeah, so honestly, the two teams that besides us, I'm most hoping to make NASL are the Rat Pack as one, because one, I think that team is incredibly talented, and I'd love to see them make it. Carmine, Tempo, Fresh, all incredible players that, I mean, they went for, in Liftoff, and they've really proven how good of a team they are, and I do really hope they end up making it. The other one is actually Polar. I do really hope that Polar makes it. They've won NAS, they've won NASA. I think winning NASL is just next on their page, So, and I think that team has constantly shown incredible growth and has played well. We've scrimmaged them this past week, and they looked really good. So I am hoping that they do end up making it. The one issue with that is actually that they are really in our way if we do make a winners run, right? Obviously, if both Nova and Polar win out, we will have to face them in a qualifier game. So, I'm hoping that we make it through winners, and that if we do send them to losers, they end up making the losers run that they really deserve to make.
I know there's 4 NASL spots on the line. I'd like to see Slime Mold Colony do well because I like Taco. That's it. That's really the only team I care about. I don't want to play them, but if I did, you're going to NASA, bro. I'm sorry. It's not up to me. But I am rooting for you. Everybody else, I don't care. You can do whatever you want. You can qualify, you not qualify. Works for me either way. As for why you should root for me, I don't know if this is the last time you're going to see me play or not, so that's pretty cool. I don't know. My teammates are kind of nothing without me, so I wouldn't really expect them to, not want to call on me again. They got to call Big Bro in there, carry their team. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Happy striking.
Yeah, I think we're a pretty exciting team to end up watching and wanting to root for. We're pretty newly formed, right? I joined this team kind of late, and I wasn't able to really scrim with them for a long time, which kind of sucked due to my busy schedule. But now that I've returned from the game, we've been scrimming daily. We've been putting in so much effort. Both my teammates are just getting so many hours on the game and doing such a good job at playing and improving. And I think Daru is such an exciting player to watch. He's so incredible. He has insane outplays that even me being on his team, I just watch him do stuff and it's like, oh my god, it's actually so cool. I think we have some of the most creative offense that we've really seen out of most teams, and we're brand new really to playing with each other, and I think that's awesome. And then on the defensive end, Moonbeam has just done such a good job at kind of enabling us to play super aggressive offensively. This guy just walks it down, wins ridiculous 1v2s, and just both my teammates enable such fun gameplay and creative gameplay that kind of has elevated my skills and elevated theirs, and I just think makes this team really, really interesting and exciting. So, yeah.
You guys should be overzealous fans because we are fun. We are a fun team. Our front line's amazing. Suplex, one of the most fun brawlers to watch. Young Spirit, absolute GOAT. Lexar, amazing goalie. Love playing with them. And I mean, we're underdogs. Who knows us? Nobody knows who we are. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously I'm just kidding. But we don't have the same level of competitive experiences as the rest of these teams going into landing. So root for us, because we're going to need that energy. You know what I mean?
To my knowledge, I think we are the only team that stuck together for that long all the way through OSAS, Nasty, and NASA. So even though we might not have the exact same starter as before, please root for us to get into NASL and complete the ball-in pipeline.
Well, there's a reason we're called Slime Mold Colony. It's because there is fucking mold in our brains. We play some sort of really whack-ass triple midfield fucking playstyle, and Twee steals all the fucking orbs when we need them, but like only when we need them, because he is a bastard, and he deserves no love, and you should still root for us, because like we need something. We do not get orbs. We do not get any of those, so we don't have energy. Can you please use your fucking orb replicator? Oh wait, it doesn't exist.
Why should people root for my team? I think we're like an awesome team. Like we have a goofy logo. And I have 2 NASL like players on my team that are like kinda good. Not kinda. Like Natty's really good. Box kinda, but yeah. And I'm a lobster. But I have this cool lobster plush to show how much of a lobster I am, and I think that's why people should like root for me. And also, I paused my game to be here shirt, so I think that's why people should root for my team.
I think teams should root for us because we have the best short code around. We have such a better logo than we did last season, and I think it would be a really cool storyline if Twisty, who's a veteran but hasn't made NASL herself, was able to get a couple of hard-stuck nasty players up there. So I hope you guys root for us to do something great today. But no matter what, we're going to have a ton of fun today and just enjoy playing with each other.
And lastly, I think everyone should be rooting for us right now, because when HMG is in NASL playoffs, we're going to know who's been supporting and who's just a bandwagon. Shout out Vaughn for believing now, getting his stonks early. Shout out Joker, shout out Bells, and shout out Gumi. Those are my goats. Let's go HMG. Shout out Josh, shout out McMahon. Let's go.
Why should viewers root for Polar Cortex? Well, for one, we've won Nasty, we've won NASA. It's only the logical conclusion that next season, this season right now, we win NASL. Clearly. The hat trick. And so, root for us for the first team to ever win every single league in Omega Strikers. Yay!
Dear Polar Cortex, I'm rooting for you because you're a group of friends. You know, you won NAS, then NASA, and now you gotta win NASL. Now, unfortunately, it won't be this season because we're gonna have to knock you to losers, but hopefully you still qual anyway. And then as far as the other team that really rooting for here, it's gotta be Heavy Metal Gundam. I love you guys, but I mean, you know, Trevor's my little goober. There is one unfortunate reality, though. He goes by the Milkman, and he might be upset to hear this. As much as I love that team, you know, Trevor, the Milkman, Josh, Zay Forever, all you guys, great players. Love your personalities, love your vibes, but we're all out of milk. And the reason you guys should root for us is because if we make NASL, we'll change our logo. That's about it. Weasel bees buzzing out.